Hello students, welcome to Sankalp Study Success. I am Tirupati Rao. Today I am going to explain about hydrogen bond. This is very important concept in various lessons. So what is hydrogen bond? Listen to me. So hydrogen atom, this is the hydrogen atom. It is covalently linked with I electronegative atom like fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. So hydrogen atom is covalently linked with I electronegative atom. So such molecules shows abnormal properties. That means I boiling point, and I melting point, and I density, and density is high, and solubility is also high, and viscosity is also high. So due to what is that, hydrogen atom is covalently linked with I electronegative atom like fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen. So such compounds can show I abnormal properties. What are the abnormal properties? Like I boiling point, I melting point, I density, and solubility, I solubility, and viscosity. So what is the reason why these compounds can show this type of abnormal properties? So due to hydrogen bond. So So what is that? Hydrogen is covalently linked with I electronegative atom like fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen. So such compounds can show abnormal properties, that is having high melting point and boiling point, and highly soluble, and its density is also high, and its viscosity is also high. So due to hydrogen bonding. So what is hydrogen bonding? Isn't it? So this is the polar molecule. So in this polar molecule, the shared electron pair is not exactly situated between the atoms. So the shared electron pair is shifted towards I electronegative atom like fluorine side. So the shared electron pair shifted towards I electronegative atom, the molecule gets partial negative charge on I electronegative atom and partial positive charge on less electronegative atom like hydrogen. So and the shared electron pair is shifted towards I electronegative atom, that molecule becomes delta negative on I electronegative atom and delta positive on hydrogen atom. So these delta plus and delta minus are partial charges, right? When a large number of these molecules are coming to closer to each other, so this is another HF molecule, this is another HF molecule, what happened? So large number of, so here H and F, here the shared electron pair shifted towards fluorine side, this is got delta minus, this is called delta plus. So large number of this type of molecules, on coming closer to each other, so this is delta negative, this is delta plus. Similarly, this is delta plus, this is delta negative. So what happened? So this is the dipole, this is containing dipoles, this is containing dipoles. Dipole means the charges on end of the molecules are known as dipoles. So here delta minus and delta plus act as a dipoles. So when the large number of such type of molecules on coming closer to each other, ఒకదానికి కూడా దగ్గరగా వచ్చినప్పుడు, సో ఏం ఏర్పడుతుందంటే డైపోల్ అట్రాక్షన్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో వెన్ ద లార్జ్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ సచ్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఆన్ కమింగ్ క్లోజర్ టు ఈచ్ అదర్, cluster formation, to form cluster due to dipole attraction, so this is dipole, so another dipole, like attraction can take place. Similarly this delta minus and delta plus attraction can take place similarly. So ఇటువంటి అణువులు ఒకదానికి కూడా దగ్గరగా వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ అణువుల మధ్య డైపోల్ అట్రాక్షన్ అనేది ఏర్పడి ఒక సముచ్చయం అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది, ఒక క్లస్టర్ ఫార్మేషన్ అనేది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో దీస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డైపోల్ అట్రాక్షన్ బాండ్స్ ఇన్ సచ్ మాలిక్యూల్ ఆర్ నోన్ యాజ్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్. సో here the weak electrostatic attractive force present between the molecules. Here the this dipole attraction is like a weak electrostatic force of attraction of hydrogen of one polar molecule and high electronegative atom of another molecule. So is known as hydrogen bond. What is that? The weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one polar molecule. This is the hydrogen atom of one polar molecule. So HF is the polar molecule, and high electronegative atom like fluorine, high electronegative atom of same molecule or another molecule. HF same molecule. Suppose we can take another molecule like HF and water, HOH. So this is delta minus, this is delta plus, this is delta minus, this is delta plus. So here the weak electrostatic force of attraction between F minus and H plus. So that is the hydrogen bond. So here the hydrogen bond is formed between hydrogen and high electronegative atom of the same molecule or different molecule. These are same molecules, these are the different molecules. So what is the definition? The weak this dipole attraction is like a weak electrostatic force of attraction. The weak electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one polar molecule and high electronegative atom of same molecule or another molecule. Same molecule means these are HF, all are same molecules. This is another molecule means HF and water are another molecules. So hydrogen bond is represented by dotted lines. Hydrogen bonds are represented by dotted lines. These are the dotted lines. So hydrogen bond is represented by dotted lines. So hydrogen bonds can be classified into two types. One is intermolecular hydrogen bond, another one is intramolecular hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond is not a chemical bond. It is the intermolecular attractive forces. So here two types of attractive forces are there. Intermolecular attractive forces, intramolecular attractive forces. So what is intermolecular attractive forces? What is intramolecular attractive forces? Intermolecular attractive forces means the attractive force present between the molecules. Intramolecular forces means the forces acting within the molecule. So here this attractive force between the molecules, this is one molecule, this is another molecule, so between the molecule. So hydrogen bond is a intermolecular attractive forces, not intramolecular attractive forces, right? And next goes to hydrogen bonds can be classified into two types. One is inter, inter. This is intra, INTRA. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. Another one is intramolecular hydrogen bond. What is an intermolecular hydrogen bond? So the hydrogen bond is formed between molecule. If the hydrogen bond is formed between two molecules, then it is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. Suppose, so HF, right? So this is delta negative, this is delta plus. We know that delta negative, delta plus. Here this is dipole attraction between the hydrogen of one molecule and high electronegative atom of another molecule. Similarly this also, right? So if the hydrogen bond is formed between two molecules, right, these are two molecules, then it is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. So if the hydrogen bond is formed within the same molecule, then it is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. For example, we can take an orthonitrophenol. So this is the benzene. If OH group is present on benzene ring, if OH group can be written on benzene ring, that is said to be phenol. So in ortho position we can write nitro group, N double bond O, O. This is the nitro, NO2. So this is the orthonitrophenol. This is the orthonitrophenol, right? It is carrying a delta plus, it is carrying delta minus. Why? The shared electron pair shifted towards O side, I electronegative atom, right? So this is delta negative, oxygen having more alternative, this is delta plus. So some of the electrostatic attractive force present between hydrogen and I electronegative atom, right? So this is the hydrogen bond, right? So this hydrogen bond is present in same molecule, within the molecule. So the hydrogen bond is formed within the molecule. Within the molecule is known as intramolecular hydrogen bond. Okay. This is also a intermolecular attractive forces. Intermolecular attractive force means between the attractive force. So this is the one group, this is another group. This is the one group, this is the another group. These both the groups are present on same molecule, but the attractive force present between two groups, between the groups. So already says that hydrogen bond is a intermolecular attractive force, INTR. Okay, right. If the hydrogen bond is formed within the same molecule, then it is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bond. So if the hydrogen bond is present in single molecule, same molecule, that is called intramolecular hydrogen bond, right? So intramolecular hydrogen bond is mostly occurred in ortho compounds, ortho substituted compounds, right? So intermolecular hydrogen bond like HF, similarly H2O. So H2O, similarly OH, right? So this is delta negative, this is delta plus. Similarly, this delta negative, this is delta plus. So here hydrogen bond is formed between water molecules. Alcohol and water, this is ROH, right? Alcohol and water, OHH. So this is delta negative, this is delta plus. So attractive force present between these. So this is alcohol and this is water, alcohol and water. So these two are different molecules. These are same molecules, right? H2O, HF and NH3, acetic acid, paranitrophenol. We can take in paranitrophenol, right? So this is benzene ring, this is OH group, this is nitro group, paranitrophenol. We can take another molecule of paranitrophenol. So N double bond O and phenol. So these two can form hydrogen bond. So this is the OH, this is a hydrogen bond. So delta plus, this is a delta negative. So in a paranitrophenol, intermolecular hydrogen bond can take place. Why? Here the hydrogen bond is present between the molecule, between two molecules. So orthonitrophenol can form a intramolecular hydrogen bond. So paranitrophenol can form intermolecular hydrogen bond. Next, primary amine means RNH2 is said to be primary amine. This is primary amine. And R2NH is secondary amine. R2NH also shows hydrogen bonds. But tertiary amine, this is secondary amine. This is tertiary amine. Tertiary amine cannot show hydrogen bond. So which are can show hydrogen bond? Primary amine and secondary amine can show hydrogen bond, but tertiary amine cannot show hydrogen bond. Due to, so these two are containing polar bond, polar hydrogen bond, like N bond H. This is containing N bond H, this is containing N bond H, but hydrogen is present in N bond H is present absent in tertiary amine. So which is containing intermolecular hydrogen, which is containing a intermolecular hydrogen bond, that are shows some abnormal properties. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding is stronger than intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond is stronger than intramolecular hydrogen bond. So which is stronger? Intermolecular hydrogen bond is stronger than intramolecular hydrogen bond. So intermolecular hydrogen bond is observed in water, hydrogen chloride, ammonia, fatty acids like acetic acid and formic acid, like all these carboxylic acid fatty acids, and paranitrophenol and right, carbohydrates, what is formula? C6H12O6. So these are also containing hydrogen bonds. So carbohydrates which are containing intermolecular hydrogen bond, that are highly soluble and that are having a high boiling point, which is containing which molecules containing intermolecular hydrogen bond. So that is having a high boiling point, its boiling point is high and its solubility is also high, and melting point also. So for example, we can take a carbohydrate. What is the carbohydrate? Glucose. C6H12O6 is like a glucose or sucrose. So it is, what its structure? C double bond OH, CH, OH, COH, H. So CHOH, this is CHOH and CH2OH. So this is the structure of glucose. So it is containing polar OH bonds, O bond H, polar O bond H. So it is containing, it can form intermolecular hydrogen bond. So it is soluble in water, So generally carbohydrates are insoluble in water, but it's containing but it can form intermolecular hydrogen bond, so it can soluble in water. And similarly proteins are also containing hydrogen bonds. And DNA, RNA also containing intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids like DNA and RNA. Okay, which type of hydrogen bond is present between DNA and RNA? Intermolecular hydrogen bond, right? So which molecules containing intermolecular hydrogen bond that can show some abnormal properties. What are that abnormal properties? That can show high boiling point, and that can show that is highly soluble in water. That means its solubility is increases and its viscosity is also increases. For example, viscosity, this is glycerin or glycerol, and we can take an alcohol C2H5OH. In these two compounds which is having more viscosity, so glycerin having more viscosity than alcohol. Why glycerin having more viscosity than ethyl alcohol? Both are alcohol compounds, but why glycerol having more viscosity than ethyl alcohol? So it containing more available hydrogen bond sites. So it is okay, in the same molecule it can form some more hydrogen bond sites, delta minus, delta plus. Similarly, this is also another site of hydrogen bond, delta plus, delta minus. So this is also another hydrogen bond, right? It is having a more available hydrogen bond sites, but it is having only one hydrogen bond sites, delta minus, delta plus. సో గ్లిసరాల్లో హైడ్రోజన్ బంధాన్ని ఏర్పరచడానికి ఎక్కువ సైట్స్ అనేవి ఉన్నాయి, 3 OHలు అనేవి పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ ఒక OH అనేవి ఉంది. సో ఒక OH అనేది ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇది ఎక్కువ హైడ్రోజన్ బంధాలను ఏర్పరచగలదు. కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ మోర్ విస్కోసిటీ దాన్ ethyl alcohol-like alcohols, right? Carbohydrates and intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bond, the hydrogen, if the hydrogen bond is present within the molecule, then it is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. We can take an orthonitrophenol. So here the orthonitrophenol, right, if OH group is present on benzene, that is a phenol. In ortho group, what is that? Nitro group. Here the hydrogen bond is formed between hydrogen and I electronegative atom. So in intramolecular hydrogen bonding, chelation is occurred. This ring formation is said to be chelation. Intramolecular hydrogen bond is also known as chelation. Chelation. So what is that? This ring formation is said to be chelation. So in intramolecular hydrogen bond, ring formation can take place. This ring formation is known as chelation. So intramolecular hydrogen bond is also known as chelation, right? So due to formation of chelation or ring formation, its solubility and and boiling point are decreases. Due to ring formation or chelation formation, it decreases the solubility and boiling point of the substance. Intramolecular, which molecule having intramolecular hydrogen bond, that is having a less soluble, so its solubility is very less and its boiling point is also less. Due to in intramolecular hydrogen bonds, what is obtained? Ring formation can take place. This ring formation can dominate the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond. ఈ రింగ్ ఫార్మేషన్ అనేది ఈ ఇంటర్మాలిక్యులర్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్ ఏర్పడడానికి అవరోధాన్ని కలుగు చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి we know that intermolecular hydrogen bond is stronger than the intramolecular hydrogen bond. So which if the bond strength of hydrogen bond is more, its abnormal properties are also more. That means high boiling point, high melting point, highly solubility and highly viscosity, right? So intramolecular hydrogen bond is also known as chelation due to formation of ring which are containing intramolecular hydrogen bond that is having less soluble and its boiling point is also very less. So the liquids containing less boiling point, that are highly volatile, liquids containing intramolecular hydrogen bond, that means that is having a less boiling point. The liquids containing less boiling point are known as highly volatile liquids. Now we will discuss about nature and importance of hydrogen bonding, right? It is simply dipole attraction. We know that it is simply dipole attraction. This is dipole, this is another dipole attraction. The bond energy of hydrogen bond is 3 to 10 kilocalorie per mole or 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. So the amount of energy is required to breaking this hydrogen bond is 3 to 10 kilocalorie per mole or 10 to 50 kilojoule per mole. We know that 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.18 joule, right? So the hydrogen bond order, the strength of hydrogen bond order is HF is more than that of HO is more than that of HN. So the hydrogen bond is depend upon strength difference in electronegativity of hydrogen and I electronegative atom. If the difference in electronegativity of hydrogen and I electronegative atom is increases, its strength is increases. So this is the strength of hydrogen bond order. HF, fluorine having more electronegative and oxygen having next, and in nitrogen is small. So hydrogen bond is present only in these I electronegative atom molecules like fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen, that will must containing hydrogen. So rarely observed in chlorine also, chlorine compounds also, if the I electronegativity is rarely observed, okay, but as more number of hydrogen present, more number of hydrogen bonds are observed in HF or HO and HN type of molecule, but rarely observed in HCl type of molecules, right? The length of hydrogen bond depends upon the substance. It varies from 1.79 angstrom to 2.75 angstrom. This is the length. So the length of the hydrogen bond depends upon various substance. That is varies from 1.79 angstrom to 2.75 angstrom. So its values is changed. That is depend upon substance. Different substance exhibits different substance having different length of hydrogen bond. Next, the angle between H and YZ is varies from 100 to 104 degrees. Suppose this is a molecule, this is a polar molecule XH. So this is delta plus, this is delta minus. Now we can take another molecule like YZ. So this is delta minus, this is delta plus. Here this is the hydrogen bond. So the angle between H and YZ is varies theta from 100 to 140, 100 degree to 140 degrees, 100 to 140. The angle between H and YZ is varies from 100 to 140 degrees. And the three atoms like X, H, Y are present on one plane. So what are that? X, H, Y are present in one plane. So these are the nature and importance of hydrogen bonds. Now go to explain. So alright, some more points. So intermolecular hydrogen bond is stronger than the intramolecular hydrogen bond. So this is the intermolecular hydrogen bond, INT or inter. So the hydrogen bond is present between different molecules, two molecules. This is one molecule, this is another molecule. The two molecules are maybe same or different. These are same, these are different, right? Intermolecular hydrogen bond having intermolecular hydrogen bond is stronger than intramolecular hydrogen bond, right? The liquids containing intermolecular hydrogen bond, that liquids are said to be associated liquids. So these are liquids, HF liquids having intermolecular hydrogen bond, that molecules are associated. So ఒకదాని కూడా దగ్గరగా అవుతాయి. So that type of liquids are said to be associated liquids. So the liquids having intermolecular hydrogen bond, then the liquids are said to be associated liquids. So associated liquids having high melting point, high boiling point, highly soluble. For example, what are the associated liquids? Associated liquids like NH3, HF, H2O, right? And similarly, right, paranitrophenol, all these are associated liquids. Alcohol, ROH, alcohol, and carboxylic acids like formic acid or caustic acid, these are the fatty acids. Like amines means primary and secondary amine. This is the primary amine and this is a secondary amine. So in these amines which is having more boiling point, So the boiling point order R2NH. So this is, and tertiary amine R3N. Why the boiling point of primary and secondary amine is more than that of tertiary amine? Tertiary amine cannot form hydrogen bond. So but primary amine and secondary amine can form hydrogen bond. This is a tertiary amine. This is due to absence of hydrogen on high electronegative atom like nitrogen. And these are the associate liquid. Associate liquids having high boiling point. High boiling point. Its boiling point is very high. What are associate liquids? The liquids containing intermolecular hydrogen bond. That liquids are said to be associated liquids. Associate liquids having a high boiling point and highly soluble. So what are that? NH3, HF, H2O, paranitrophenol, alcohol, fatty acids, amines, right? All these are forms a intermolecular hydrogen bond. So these are having high boiling point. So the liquids does not containing intermolecular hydrogen bond are said to be normal liquids. So what is that? The liquids does not containing intermolecular hydrogen bond. The liquids does not containing hydrogen bonds. That liquids are said to be normal liquids. So the liquids does not containing hydrogen bond are said to be normal liquids. What are that normal liquids? So ether, ROR, ether. So due to absence of hydrogen and high electronegative atom, and carbon tetrachloride and ether, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, CS2, and next goes to bromine, and right, ortho. So all these liquids, what are that? Benzene also, benzene. This is also liquid. This liquid does not containing a hydrogen bond. What are that? Ether, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, bromine, and benzene. And right, these are normal liquids. This cannot form a hydrogen bond. So normal liquids having less boiling point. Its boiling point is very less due to absence of hydrogen bond. So the normal liquids having less boiling point. The liquids containing less boiling point are highly volatile, or steam volatile. What is that? The liquids containing less boiling point are known as highly volatile liquids. Liquids containing less boiling point, then the liquids are said to be volatile liquids or steam volatile. Right, but associate liquids having high boiling points, its volatility is very less. But normal liquids does not containing hydrogen bond. These are said to be highly volatile liquids. Volatile means easily evaporated, right? Due to less boiling point. Next one, these are the associated liquids and normal liquids. Now goes to explain. So hydrogen bond in p block elements. Okay, in p block elements. So we can take in 14 groups CH4. Next, it hydrates like 14 group hydrates CH4, methane, SiH4, and GH4, SNH4, right? These are the hydrates of 14 group element, 4th group elements. Similarly, we can take in 5th group elements. What are that? NH3, right? Next one, PH3, and NH3, PH3, ASH3, and arsenic antimony, SbH3, antimony hydride. Next we can take in 60A group elements. 60A group elements, what are that? H2O, right, H2S, H2Se, H2Te. If we can take in 70A group elements, what are that? HF, HCl, HBr, HI. All these are hydrates of P block elements. Right. Now we will discuss about its melting point and boiling points. So here H2O is a liquid, H2S is gas. H2O is a liquid. Why H2O is a liquid, H2S is a gas? So H2O, in H2O hydrogen bond is present. Hydrogen bond is present between I electronegative atom of oxygen and hydrogen. But in H2S, I electronegative atom is absent. What are that I electronegative atoms? Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. But here sulfur, its electronegativity is less. So it cannot form hydrogen bond. So which is forms hydrogen bond? That molecules are associated. That means that molecules are reached to closer. If then the molecules are reached to closer, that is a liquid. But H2S cannot form a hydrogen bond. It cannot reach to closer. So that means these are separated. And the molecules are present in longer distance. That is a gas. That is a gas. Now, so that is the reason. H2O is a liquid, but H2S gas. What is the reason? So H2O can form hydrogen bond. H2S cannot form hydrogen bond due to absence of I electronegative atom. Similarly, this. So the boiling point order. What is the boiling point order? Boiling point order. So boiling point is the boiling point of associated liquids. The boiling points of associated liquids. So he already says that a boiling point of associated. What is associated liquids? The liquids containing intermolecular hydrogen bond are said to be associated liquids. So boiling point of associated liquids is depends upon strength of hydrogen bond. So this is a very, very important point. What is that? A boiling point of associated liquids. Associated liquids is depends upon bond strength of hydrogen bond and also number of hydrogen bonds in 1 mole of it, right? So the boiling point of associated liquids is mainly depends upon two factors. One is bond strength of hydrogen bond. We know that bond strength order HF is more than that of OA bond H is more than that of NH due to fluorine having more electronegativity than oxygen having more electron than nitrogen. This is the bond strength order. So which is having more bond strength of hydrogen bond, that is having high boiling point, right? So the boiling point of associated liquids is depends upon bond strength, that is the bond strength order, and also number of hydrogen bonds in 1 mole of it. When number of hydrogen bonds in 1 mole of it, for example H2O, HF can forms one bond, right? And H2O can forms each water molecule can forms 4 hydrogen bonds with 4 water molecules. So this is one. So this is another. And similarly this also, this lone pair, and similarly another water molecule. So in ice having a 3-dimensional tetrahedral shape. Ice having three-dimensional tetrahedral shape. So in the ice, each water molecule can forms a maximum 4 hydrogen bonds. Each water molecule can forms a 4 hydrogen bond. This is the one water molecule. It can forms a 4 hydrogen bond. So this is the number of hydrogen bonds in a molecule. So in HF only one bond, only one hydrogen bond. In H2O 4 hydrogen bonds. Similarly NH3, right? So this is the number of hydrogen bonds in 1 mole of it. So the the boiling point of associate liquids is depends upon bond strength of hydrogen bond and also number of hydrogen bonds. Example, water. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. When compare it to, but the boiling point of HF is 19.4 degrees centigrade. It is very less. The boiling point of H2O is 100 degrees centigrade is more than that of HF, like its boiling point is 19.4 degrees. What is the reason? Although the boiling point of H2O like 100 degrees centigrade is more than that of HF 19.4 degrees centigrade. Though the bond strength of HF is stronger due to the number of hydrogen bonds in H2O is more than that of HF. So ఇక్కడ హెచ్ఎఫ్లో బాండ్ హెచ్ఎఫ్లో హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్ స్ట్రెంత్ ఎక్కువ ఉండేటప్పటికి H2O కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్నప్పటికి కూడా దాని యొక్క బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ అనేది H2O కంటే తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. రీజన్ ఏంటంటే H2O నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్స్ని ఎక్కువగా ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. దేంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తే హెచ్ఎఫ్తో ఇది 4 ఫామ్ చేస్తే ఇది 1 ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే హియర్ ద బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ డిపెండెడ్ అపాన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్స్ but not bond strength here. So similarly, the boiling point of H2O is more than that of NH3. Though ammonia can forms more number of hydrogen bonds, but due to depend upon bond strength of OH more than NH. ఇక్కడ దీని యొక్క బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ 100 డిగ్రీ సెంటిగ్రేడ్, దీనిది 100 కంటే బిలో. సో ఇక్కడ H2O యొక్క బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ NH3 కంటే ఎక్కువ. ఇక్కడ మనం NH3 ఎక్కువ హైడ్రోజన్ బాండ్స్ ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. దీని సరౌండింగ్లో 3 హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, దీని సరౌండింగ్లో 2 హైడ్రోజన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కానీ దాని బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్ తక్కువగా ఉన్న రీజన్ ఏంటంటే ద బాండ్ స్ట్రెంత్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇన్ ద బాండ్ స్ట్రెంత్ ఆఫ్ OH is more than that of NH. So in this case, in H2O HF, which is important? Number of hydrogen bonds. In H2O and NH3, what is important? So bond strength of OH is more than that of NH. So the boiling point of associated liquids is depends upon bond strength of hydrogen and also depends upon number of hydrogen bonds in 1 mole of it. Right. Now, so the boiling point of P block elements like this, so which is forms hydrogen bond, H2O can forms hydrogen bond and HF also can forms hydrogen bond, NH3 can also forms hydrogen bond, but CH4 cannot forms hydrogen bond due to carbon is not a high electronegative atom, it is less electronegative atom. So which is having a boiling point, which is having a hydrogen bond, which liquids can form a hydrogen bond, that is having more boiling point. So the boiling point is varies with hydrogen bond molecules and molecular weight. So the boiling point is dependent upon hydrogen bond molecules and molecular weight. If the molecular weight is increases, then the boiling point of liquid is also increases. Next, so in this case here HF having more boiling point. Next goes to HI. Due to its molecular weight is high. Next goes to HBr and last one HCl. So this is the order of boiling point. HF having more boiling point due to formation of hydrogen bond. Next goes to Hi due to high molecular weight. Similarly, H2O having more boiling point. Its boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade. And next goes to H2Te. And next goes to selenium, last one H2S. Due to H2Te is having high molecular weight. If the molecular weight is increases, its boiling point is also increases. In NH3, here SbH3 having a more boiling point. SbH3. Antimony hydride having more boiling, next NH3. So this is the boiling point order. Right, pH3 having a minimum boiling point. So SbH3 its molecular weight is more, but in NH3 hydrogen bond is present, but here which is main factor? Molecular weight is main factor, right? In CH4 this is the boiling point order. The hydrogen bond is absent. Here molecular weight is the main factor. If the molecular weight is increases, then the boiling point is increases. This is the boiling points of p block elements. Now goes to if the hydrated salt cations, in hydrated salt cations, in hydrated salt cations that means that cations containing water molecules. In hydrated salt cations, the dative bond is formed between dative bond like coordinate covalent bond. Dative bond formed between water and cation. In hydrated salt of anion, in hydrated salt of cation, the dative bond is formed between H2O and cation. In hydrated salt of anion, the hydrogen bond is formed. Hydrogen bond formed between H2O and anion. So this is the very, very important point. In hydrated salt cation means cation containing water molecule. Here the dative bond is formed between cation. So water like H2O, it is containing lone pair. So like cation like Cu2 plus. So this lone pair is donates to that empty orbital. This type of bond is said to be coordinate covalent bond or dative bond, right? So in hydrated salt cations, the dative bond formed between H2 and cation. In hydrated salt anion, the hydrogen bond formed between water and anion. Anion means negative ion. Okay, negative ion. If the negative ion containing hydrogen H2O molecules, here the hydrogen bond, here the dative bond, but here the hydrogen bond is formed between a water molecule and anion. Next goes to right. If the hydrated salt containing even number of water molecules, hydrated salt containing even number of water molecules, like BeCl2 4H2O, MgCl2 6H2O, CaCl2 6H2O, right? This is the hydrated salt. All these salts containing water molecules, even number of water molecules. Then the bond is present between cation and water molecule. In the hydrated salt containing even number of water molecules. All these are containing even number 4, 6, 6. These are the even number water molecules. The bond formed between cation. The bond formed between cation and H2O. The bond formed between cation and H2O. If the hydrated salt containing, containing even number of water molecules, the bond formed between a cation and water molecules. Hydrated salt containing odd number of water molecules, like MgSO4 7H2O, and CuSO4 5H2O, CuSO4 5H2O. This is 7 water molecule, this is 5 water molecules. This is hydrated salt containing odd number of water molecules like MgSO4 7H2O, CuSO4 5H2O. These type of molecules, either one H2O molecule, here the bond is formed between one water molecule and anion. Remaining H2O molecules can form a bond with cation. What is that? This is a very, very important point. Hydrated salt containing even number of water molecules like a BCl 4H2O 6H2O, right? Then the bond formed between cation and H2O. We know that the bond formed between cation and H2O is which type? Which bond? Dative bond or covalent bond. But if hydrated salt containing odd number of water molecules like MgSO4 7H2O and CuSO4 5H2O, only one water molecule can form bond with anion. Remaining water molecules can form a bond with H2O molecules. Okay, right. So that anion and water molecule bond is a hydrogen bond. Remaining cations and water molecules bonds are a dative bond. Okay, dative bond. Right. So hydrogen bond is observed in so many compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, and RNA, DNA and RNA. So in DNA, the two helix strands, in DNA, these two are helix strands. So in these helix strands, alpha helix, beta helix, strands, Jadala Nirmanam strands, helix strands. So here bases are there, AT, AT, GC. So adenine can form a bond with thymine. Guanine can form a bond with cytosine. Adenine with hydrogen bond with thymine. Guanine forms a hydrogen bond with cytosine. In these bases, NH is there, nitrogen. In their bases, N bond H is present. So this is having polar bond. So in DNA, hydrogen bond is present between the helix strands. And I hope to clear this everyone. Please subscribe our channel.